Welcome to a masterclass. For today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how do you turn any idea into a business. What makes us different is that we're the only institution in the world where 100% of the classes are taught by entrepreneurs, and you get a qualification approved by the Department of Education. So it's all about you being mentored so you can succeed faster by doing what you love every single day. So thank you for coming. Thank you for choosing to boss your future. Thank you for choosing to become an entrepreneur. And I look forward to working with you guys because entrepreneurship is the most important skill that you guys need to develop right now. And why is entrepreneurship so important? Because entrepreneurs look at problem and develop business opportunities that activate the economy and make the world a better place through innovative ways and collaborative ways, which is something that we're going to be talking to you guys about. And that is our mission as Academy of Entrepreneurs. You guys are all a diamond. All of you have something that you love doing, whether it's photography, social media, painting, if you're an architect, if you're an engineer. But now it's the time for you to get this skill that you have that you absolutely love and see, how do I make money, not for someone else, but for yourself? And as you're making money, how do you create a positive impact in the world? So if you love cooking, how do you build a social enterprise that employs single moms? If you love photography, how do you take photos that raises awareness for projects that we need in Africa? So how do you use your superpower and expertise towards creating a better space in the world? And this is our goal. Our goal is to give you guys the entrepreneurial skills and network and funds for you to succeed. Because what you're doing, you already do it well. So if you're really good at coding an app, building a website, gardening, cooking, doing interior design, you've already got that one thing that you love. And now what we're going to help you is learn what are the skills you need to have to make money, who do you have to have around you in your network, and also how can you fund my business? Because life is about you making money and creating a positive impact doing what you love. You don't need to be working for someone else anymore. The internet connects us to all of us, to each other in a way that we can collaborate and reach anyone in the world that have access to internet. So we live in an era where you as an individual with the power of the internet can connect and transform anywhere around the world. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys about. How do you go from one entrepreneur, someone that wants to do something with a wish, to a real entrepreneur? So I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to start a business with $0. And if you want, does anyone here want to talk to me about the business idea? So we've got Greg, Adriana, Christian, Jill. Does anyone want to tell me their business idea? Adriana, Greg, do you guys have a business idea? Is there anything you want to share?
Well, I'm actually a photographer myself.
Yeah? Tell me about what you do.
I specialize in wedding photography.
Yeah, cool. And why did you specialize in wedding photography?
Because I love it.
Yeah. And why do you love it? I love that you're saying that you love it because that guarantees that you will succeed in life. What do you love about Adriana?
It's just getting to be a part of this day when we celebrate love and we just are together with the families and getting to create the memories for people is just so heartwarming to me.
And can you see what you're doing as an entrepreneur, as a photographer? You're solving a problem for people because on your wedding day, it's often the most important day of your life. And as you have this special day, you want to save those memories. So forever, you're going to look at those photos and remind you who you're with and bring that loving and happy energy forever into your life, your loved one's life, and hopefully your kids, your grandkids will have that memory saved for them to watch it as well. So entrepreneurship is about problem solving. So the problem that you're solving is that you want to keep this moment forever. And photos and videos are a way of capturing. And once you figure out what is it that you do well, why you love it, and how you're going to make someone else's life better, whether it is through capturing moments or designing a masterpiece of an artwork or coding an app, anything that we do, we need to focus on getting better at the things we love in a way that we're adding value for someone else. And the more you can add value for someone else, the more you'll be able to charge, and the more your customers will drive you leads and referrals to your business. And that's what we need to do. We need to connect ourselves to an opportunity. Adriana loves taking photos of weddings. Other people love doing Instagram and TikTok videos and photos. Other people love editing them. I know people that are amazing at editing. Some people that are amazing at interviewing. Some people want to be front of camera, back of camera. So entrepreneurship is not about you doing something for society based on what your parents or the government. It's about you doing something that you love and figuring out what is the business opportunity. Because like Adriana does it for wedding photography, you could do food photography, you could do celebrity photography, you could do endless things. But how do you build a business around an opportunity? And guys, anything and everything in front of you is a business opportunity. Most of us are sitting in front of a computer or a laptop. There are thousands of jobs and entrepreneurs that worked in the laptop or camera or the charger in front of you. So everything you have around you, from the light bulb to the modem that's connecting to the internet, to your screen, everything was an entrepreneur that saw an opportunity and innovated and started making money from it. And the better the quality of the product and the solution that they're offering, the more and faster they're going to grow. And that's what we need to do. This here is what we call an ikigai. Ikigai is about you understanding what is your life purpose and how are you going to make money by creating a positive impact. So Adriana loves photography. She is very good at taking photos. When you have a wedding, you want a photographer. People will pay Adriana to take photos. And that's as simple as it is. You love cooking. You're great at baking different flavored cakes. People need cakes for their weddings, for their birthday parties, for their staff parties. People will pay you for it. And the more unique your cake is, the more you can pay for it. So don't compare yourself to your competitor based on price only. Look at what your competitors aren't doing and how do you do something different that your competitors aren't doing so you can stand out, charge more, and grow faster because you offer something that other people aren't offering. So once you figure that, like Adriana's been able to figure that out, which is very lucky, it's then about just figuring out how do you innovate and continuously offer something that no one else is offering. And by offering something, don't go on the trap of offering something just at a cheaper price to be able to get customers. Focus on how can you have a better quality so you can charge more for it. And Adriana, you've gone into a market that is a very special market because on like baptism, wedding, that's when people often aren't looking at a budget. You know, they just want the best of the best to capture the moment, whether it's the cake, whether it's the live music, the photography. So you've got a space that if you're going to do, for example, portrait photography, someone's LinkedIn profile, they will have a budget and they'll try to get the cheapest possible. But for your wedding, you want the best one, right? So you're in a very lucky space. And I've seen some of our students at Accountability, when they do cake, instead of doing normal cakes, they start doing cakes for special occasions like weddings, when you can charge sometimes up to 10 times more because you will understand the bride's needs and build a cake or the photography around the specific needs. So that's what entrepreneurship is about. Entrepreneurship is about solving a problem. And the quicker you can solve the problem at the better quality, the more you can charge for it. Now, the next level of entrepreneurship is what we call social entrepreneurship. Is how do you solve a problem that makes the world a better place? So if you can build a solution around one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, then your growth is unlimited because all of these are billion-dollar opportunities. Because if you can solve world hunger, if you can solve climate action changes, if you can make life on land perfect again, if you can bring peace to the whole world, there's unlimited money as you are solving these problems. So poverty, everybody knows the importance of it, but it's not something that will fix overnight. It takes lots of strategy. So when we're building a business, look at how do you build a business that is bigger than yourself? Because when you have a business bigger than yourself, it will always motivate you to achieve more. And there's no limits to how much you can achieve. There's no limits to the amount of impact, the amount of money you'll make, the amount of jobs you will create, and how you are transforming societies with it. And you're probably wondering, okay, how do I change the world? How do I start? So once you've figured out, like Adriana that knows that she loves taking photos of weddings, once you figure out what it is that you like doing, you then need to think as big as possible and start as small as possible. So you want to think of, I'm going to be the greatest photographer in the world. And how do I start taking photos today? I'm going to be the biggest, most successful, sustainable architect. But how do I start today? And once you can figure that out, you need to make sure that you're taking steps forward every single day. My favorite case study around thinking big and starting small is the Nobel Peace Prize winner, Professor Muhammad Yunus. Professor Muhammad Yunus was born in a country called Bangladesh. When he was born in Bangladesh, Bangladesh was amongst the 3 poorest countries in the world, where women were so poor, but so poor that they couldn't get to a hospital to have the kids. They didn't know how to read and write to be able to register the kids. So that means that for generations, people existed in Bangladesh without a birth certificate. So we couldn't track. So if the government, not only the government was amongst the 3rd poorest, but also the government couldn't access people. So if there was, for example, a vaccine to distribute or food baskets, they couldn't give it to that person because that person didn't exist in society because they had never been registered. And when you're in the level of poverty, you can't get a job because you don't exist in society, you're not registered. Then you can't get a bank loan. So what Professor Yunus did is he started a bank called Grameen Bank in 1983 with $27, with the idea of ending poverty in Bangladesh. So his goal is very big. I want to end poverty in Bangladesh, but he started with $27. And what he did is he created something called microloans. Instead of you borrowing a lot of money towards buying a house, he was lending as little as $27 for women to start a business and take themselves out of poverty. Ways that you can take someone out of poverty: planting seeds, buying a chicken, buying something to carry something from one side to another, starting a little supermarket with 3 products that you sell, and from then you've got more products that you can sell on the floor near baskets. So he started teaching women the idea of collaboration between women and community. And he would lend these women $27 for them to start a business and pay back the $27 whenever they could. So the idea is that they have a 1% interest rate and they pay a tiny bit week by week, but they get together with other women so they can talk about how they're progressing and how they are doing. It is estimated that more than 140 million women get access to microloans today. So he went from starting one bank with $27 to impacting more than 140 million women every single year. So can you see how the power of starting big but starting small? Because if Professor Yunus had started with $10 million, he probably would have lost a lot of money. But the fact that he wanted to build a bank for the unbankable by lending $27, along the way, as his business strategy grew, his learnings grew, and he made tiny mistakes that he could afford to make because he was progressing a little bit every day in alignment with his big goal. So I know that a lot of us connected here to Academy Spinners or international students, and they go, but how do I go from an international student to launching a business in Australia? Have a big goal and start as little as Professor Yunus with something as little as $27. I see a lot of students coming to us in the high schools here in Australia, international students, and they're like, I love food. I'm going to start a restaurant or a factory. And our recommendation is don't straight away start a restaurant. Start a food business with the least amount of money and energy possible, but making sure that you're progressing every day, no matter what. An example, you guys can go on the internet and get an artificial intelligence software for free to design some cool photos of different flavored and colored croissants. So AI can build the photos for you without you even having to cook. Then you can create an Instagram page going Sophia's croissants. Then Sophia's croissants, the photos you own because you've built them on artificial intelligence. You can then start cooking the food in your house and receive orders on Instagram where people might go, I want 10 pink flavored croissants, or I want croissants filled with strawberry jam. You can create anything you want. People can pay you in advance through Instagram. And after they've paid you, what can happen is that you are receiving money upfront, which means that you don't have any upfront cost. You're receiving the money before you go to the shops to buy the products. Once you start figuring out what are the croissants shapes and flavors and marketing material that you should use to achieve and get more customers, you then can go to a local bakery and say, look, you're not using your kitchen 24 hours. Can I borrow your kitchen for 3 hours in the evening when you're not using, and I will share 10% of my croissant revenue with you. So you don't have any upfront risk because you are renting someone's kitchen for free and sharing a part of the money you're making with this person. So both of you are going in together. The person has a kitchen that they're not operating, so they will happily receive more money. And you, as an entrepreneur, don't have to rent a big kitchen with big expenses because you're still testing it out. As your business starts growing, you will start saving. And that's when you go out and you take the next step of renting your own kitchen, buying your own equipment. And then hopefully you can grow your croissant business to the level that you're franchising and creating thousands of jobs and distributing some of the most delicious croissants in the world to the whole world. But can you see, we started as small as possible. We started with something as simple as just posting photos created with artificial intelligence where you didn't even have to buy the ingredients. And your first ingredients that you purchased was actually when people were paying you in advance for the croissants. And that's how you succeed as an entrepreneur, is thinking big, starting small, but making sure that every single day you have progress. The next step then is to design your one-page business plan, which is you understand what is the problem that you're solving. People need photography. Who's your target audience? Couples getting married. What is the solution? Innovative photos that maybe you do innovative photos with like a 3D camera, or innovative photos that you have special effects. Try to do something that is different. Then what is your value proposition? Maybe you are a photo company that builds Instagram reels at the same time. So in 24 hours, people can have reels posted on their Instagram because that's what people care about. They want to straight away have photos to post on the social media. So what is your value that when people ask, well, the other company is offering something similar, you can say, well, but we can deliver the photos in 24 hours to you, or you'll get free Instagram reels as part of the package, or you buy the photos and then we can have a post wedding. When you get back from your honeymoon, we're going to throw a post photo like party that people can have champagne and get together and watch the photos together with the bride and the groom. Then you can look at what is the impacts that you're creating from a United Nations Sustainable Development Goal point of view. Then what is your vision with your business? Remember, have a vision to be the biggest photography business, the biggest croissant business in the world. Then the following step is for you to understand, who are my competitors? And what are my competitors not doing that I could do so I can stand out and get more customers? Following is, what are the channels that I'm going to use to get customers? So if I want to get customers that are brides, what happens? Most brides have friends that are getting married, so you can get referrals. You can have a booth in a wedding expo. You can create paid campaigns targeted young couples that are engaged. You can go into Facebook groups where people that are looking for trends on weddings that they're following. Pinterest could be an option as well. Or you could have an advertisement on magazines that's their demographic and that age of women are reading and they're looking at purchasing your services. Then you look at how are you going to measure the metrics of your business for growth. Then you look at how can you make money? You can make money in many ways. If you're doing the croissant business, you could have a franchise. You could have a subscription. You could have catering options. You could have office weekly subscription delivery. You can have birthday croissants. You can have French themed packages. You can have croissants that come in with chocolates or champagne bottles or anything that your customers are looking for. Then the following one is understanding your cost structure and resources. How much does it cost for you to deliver? Then the following is what's your 2-second pitch. So when you see someone in an elevator and they ask you what to do, in 2 sentences you can say. And the last one is what is your minimal viable product? What is the smallest thing you can start with your business that will create a positive impact? Once you've mastered that, then it comes a very important part, which is goals. From today onwards, every day, you need to set at least 3 goals for the day, 3 goals for the week, 3 goals for the month, 3 goals for the year, for the decade, and so forth. Because if you don't have a goal, you don't have a direction. And if you don't have a direction, 2 things are going to happen. You're either not progressing in the right direction, or as you're progressing, you've got nothing to celebrate because you don't acknowledge your little wins throughout the weeks, the months, and all of your achievements. So if you're going to be a personal trainer, you can have, I want to collect 30 email leads in the next 7 days in my local gym. If you're going to be a nutritionist, That's another good option for you to collect 30 email addresses in the next 7 days of people that are going to the gym and they want to be healthy. So you need to know what are you working towards so that you can focus and ideally do those things as a priority first thing in the morning so you can knock them out and you can make sure that you're progressing. Another huge part of your entrepreneurial success, guys, is having a network. Because the more people you know, the more your business will be able to grow in many ways. So the more you are growing your network, the more people can promote your business, the more people can give you guidance, the more people can give you recommendations and refer you to new opportunities and connections. So the success of entrepreneurs, it is said that 78% of entrepreneurs say that they only succeeded because of their network. So go and network, attend events, meet people, talk to people about your business, get out of your house and make sure that every day you're meeting someone that can in one way or another support your business. Or obviously these days we can meet people online. If there's someone amazing that you see on Instagram and TikTok, write them a message and ask for a meeting and collaborate. I have had incredible people that I connected with, or I've had people connecting with me over LinkedIn, and now we do businesses around the world. Most of the things that I've got, that I've achieved in my life is because I either had someone mentoring me or someone that I met opened an opportunity or a deal that helped me achieve it all. The next stage is for you to figure out how are you going to make money in more than one way. So for example, Adriana sells photography to weddings, but as she's talking to the brides would need flowers, they would need cake. So you could do a partnership with other companies that every time you recommend your clients to the florist that you trust, you can get a commission from it, which will help you make more money. You can have an affiliate program that every time someone recommends your service, you pay them a commission. You can advertise other businesses. You can have sponsorship. You can have subscriptions, pay-per-click. Every different business has at least 3 amazing ways that you can make money. So look at how you can make money, not just by doing the photography, but in other ways, such as commission. After the photography, you can put together albums, which is printed, which has got another source of revenue. So look at ways that you can make money. So you are diversifying your portfolio to not put all eggs into a basket, but most importantly, so you can make more money with the service that you're doing and your partner networks. Then the following very important part, which a lot of people tell me, but I don't like marketing. I don't know marketing. Learn it. You need to know what is the right price you're going to charge. How are you going to promote your business? What is the physical evidence you're going to give to your customers? For example, Adriana, sorry for using you as an example again. You do the photography. If you have a beautiful album, people are going to be showing the album to their friends when the photos are done. So we know when photos at a wedding, sometimes photographers take a year to give the photos to the brides. So if you're in the business that can offer the photos as quick as possible, people will pay you for it. If you offer them a beautiful printed album with your name on it, as this bride comes back from the honeymoon, they've got the beautiful photo, she can show the album to her friends with your phone number, and she's going to recommend and be like, oh, wow, Adriana's work was amazing. And look at what she gave me as a gift, this album. And the album is a physical evidence that then it will be used for you to get more customers because your customers are so happy with you. And a lot of people getting married have friends that are getting married as well. The people, if Adriana is working in a happy environment, such as a wedding, which is a lot of people's the happiest day of their life, if she's happy and her team is not happy, that's not going to be cool, right? So you want to keep it all aligned with that same values and alignment of your staff with your business vision and mission and so forth. What are the products you're offering? Printed photos, the TikTok and Reels. Is it the album that you're printing? What is the process? Maybe you've got a process that within 24 hours, the photos get uploaded to the website. The bride, as she's on the way to the airport, she clicks on the favorite 200 photos, and then you're editing. So by the time they land in Fiji, the photos are edited. And when they get back 2 weeks later, the album is in the house with a massive bouquet of flowers saying, welcome back, here it is. What is the place? I've seen some very amazing photographers here in Australia that they realize that having a physical studio, even though as a photographer of weddings, you go to places, having a physical studio for you to do the negotiation and do the pre-wedding photos for the cards and the invitations is an extra way to build a relationship and an extra revenue as well. So what I've taught you guys, everything costs $0. Having a business idea, using your Ikigai and finding your life purpose, $0. Figuring out a business model, $0. Your name, you can put it on Google or ChatGPT and you can get it for $0. Your logo can be designed for $0 on many platforms such as Canva and many AI platforms. These days, to design a website on a platform like Wix could cost you $0. Your proof of concept for you to test, you can start with $0, such as by posting on Instagram and seeing who's clicking and who wants to buy. Your strategy, $0. Having a mentor costs you $0. Your revenue model, $0. Your marketing plan, $0. And pitching to your customers is also $0. So we live in a world where you can run a business and start it in a lot of industries for free. So look at how you can have a big vision and progress every day, but don't go crazy on spending money up front. Go crazy on making sure you're progressing forward every single day. Because a lot of these things, building a website 10 years ago was $10,000 minimum. These days, with artificial intelligence, you can build it in 30 minutes for free. So look at how you can leverage everything technology has to offer so you guys can progress as fast as possible. And remember to never give up on what you love. Remember to always put a foot forward. No matter if you approach 100 customers and no one bought from you, that's okay. Just change your pitch. But focus on making sure that you progress, trying your strategies every single day. Because this is what we in Australia are looking for. We are looking for leaders. Australia has even created a visa that most students have never heard of, which is called the talent visa. Did you know, Adriana, that if you can produce the most amazing photos and win awards for your photos, you're eligible for the talent visa, which is the visa that once you have the documentation to show that you've got a talent, it's a visa that I've seen people getting it approved in 4 weeks to 4 months. They get straight away permanent residency because there's a talent visa, because we're looking for leaders in this country. And why is Australia so amazing? We've got one of the best, most practical education systems in the world. Look at Academy. The Australian government allows us to teach classes and transform you into an entrepreneur. Australia has amongst the highest salaries in the world. The average salary in Australia last year was of $100,000. And if you are on a student visa, until the 1st of July, you're allowed to work full time. And from the 1st of July, you're allowed to work 48 hours every 2 weeks. We are in one of the most multicultural countries in the world. So if Adriana is from Spain, France, Japan, Korea, she could offer the service in the language she speaks because there's thousands of people from that nationality here in Sydney. Australia allows international students to work. It's one of the few countries in the world that allows you to work. And why is entrepreneurship important? Why are governments such as Australia going, come to study at Academy, be an entrepreneur? Because there are problems in the world that when we do what we love, we innovate and we activate the economy. We create jobs. We create collaboration. So whether you plan on being an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur, creating your own business or innovating inside someone else's business, make sure that every day you're becoming a better person by innovating and leading in a better way. And you can lead better by listening to a podcast for 5 minutes a day. You can innovate every day by just going, how can I have one new crazy idea every day? And play with these ideas and test it so you are progressing every day. And that's why we build Academy of Entrepreneurs for you guys on student basis. We are the world's first to bring international students into Australia and shape you guys into entrepreneurs. And we do that by having entrepreneurs teaching you. We're teaching you skills that you can use in your personal life and in your business. We're teaching you about technology innovation in an easy, free way, so you're always doing something better than your competitors. The course comes with coaching and mentoring. It's all created by award-winning entrepreneurs, and we win awards for all of the subjects that we have. We have over 100 nationalities. We've actually got 129 nationalities going throughout our programs. We've got an intake every month. So if you need to study a few more weeks of English, if you're overseas planning on coming, every month you can start your courses at Academy of Entrepreneurs. And you learn by doing. You learn through hackathons and workshops. So this is a summary of the subjects that we have. So in the diploma, you will do these 12 subjects: emotional intelligence, social entrepreneurship. You'll learn how to test new ideas. You learn how to do branding and digital marketing for yourself and for your business. You learn about productivity and ChatGPT and artificial intelligence. You will learn about introduction to the law of your industry and also how to operate your business. You learn about business innovation, sales and negotiation. You will learn about business tools and new technologies that you can use in your business, finance and funding, design, thinking, and pitching and storytelling. And everything we teach you guys is using free tools so you can progress without spending money. And on the second year, you will learn about ChatGPT for leaders, how to write a business plan, how to implement a campaign that drives sales, cryptocurrency, NFTs, circular economy, how to launch a podcast, how to build an app, e-commerce, and also how to do investor pitch deck. Our courses are 100% tax deductible. So the course, when you launch your business, so if Adriana makes, let's say, $100,000 in the first year, whatever she pays for Academy of Entrepreneurs, it will be deducted of her tax and she gets the money back. So everything that you pay, when the bus tickets to get to the school, if you buy a new laptop, the internet, your mobile phone, your course at Academy of Entrepreneurs, everything, you'll get the money back through the tax of your business. So as your business has a profit, it will become tax deductible, which is another super cool thing. Our school has a very mixed nationality. As I mentioned to you guys, we have 129 nationalities. And that for the international student bit is a combination of Latin American, Europeans, and Southeast Asian. But we also have our programs delivered in high schools. So you've got high school students and Australian students coming into different subjects and different programs in different times of the year. We also teach you guys how to use all these tools that you'll need to use in your business, such as Xero for finance, how to do an Instagram live to promote your business, Trello for project management, how to build your website on Wix, and so forth. We also offer amazing weekly masterclasses. Last week, we went to Amazon. The week before, we went to Google. So we're always taking you guys to these really cool spaces for you to meet world leaders and learn about technology. With the intakes, our next intake is on the 22nd of May. Then we have in June, July, and so forth. So every 3 weeks, you guys have an intake, and there's 12 intakes in a year. And final, and then I'll be taking questions from you guys. How do we get a visa into Academy of Entrepreneurs? First step, contact us so we can book in a free English test. If you've never done an English test, please contact us and we'll send you an online free English test. If you have already done an English course in Australia, or you studied in an English speaking school, or if you've got any English speaking certificate, send it to us and you automatically accept it in accordance to what we need to comply with immigration. The next step is for you guys to fill out the application form, which we will be sending to you guys on an email for everyone that signed up today. Or you can go into the website, AE Study, click on the apply now and fill it out. It takes about 3 minutes. Then in 24 hours, we will contact you to collect information such as a copy of your passport and your graduation certificate from school or university. If you don't have these documents in Australia, or if you don't have them back home, it's okay. We can collect them later. We will call you to welcome you to the school to organize the next step. Then you will be receiving a letter of offer inviting you to study at Academy of Entrepreneurs. Then once you put the first deposit of your course, the material fee and the enrollment fee, which can be as little, if you guys are onshore, the deposit is only $250 for everything. If you're overseas, it will be 50% of the first year of the program. You put this deposit, and then our team will organize with you for you to apply for your student visa. And then we will apply for your health insurance, your student visa. And if you are overseas, there will be a lawyer helping you lodge your visa as well. Then once your visa is approved, you come to Australia, or if you are in Australia, you can have it extended here. This year, every single student that applied for a visa onshore straight away got it approved. So we've got a 100% success rate because immigration loves. And what we're seeing is that the students are not only starting a business, but also in the first week of the course, they're already starting to get a job straight away. So these are students that arrived, and in the first week, they already found a job. So we've got the network to help you guys succeed, finding a job, organizing life, and so forth. So here's the admissions email. You can contact us, and normally within the same day, we contact you guys, and it's guaranteed that you'll get a reply and a phone call back in maximum 24 hours. We often do it even in just a couple of hours. Or you guys can also contact us through Instagram and then send us a message with your phone number. And then we will be inviting you guys for a phone call so we can answer your questions in regards to your visas. When we go back to campus, if anyone wants to come for a campus trial to meet the students, just come over. You guys are always super welcome. And I'll see you guys soon. Big hugs.